What is up, reefers? So I just picked up a fish shipment. Now I'm back here at the store and I'm going to do an unboxing. Now it's a relatively small order, but I'm sure there's some cool stuff in there. So let's check it out. All right, we got the package here. Let's open it up and see what we got inside. I honestly don't know what's inside because I didn't place this order. So this is a surprise to me, just like it will be for you. So I got this box opened. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take everything out and I'm gonna line it up, and then that way we can go through every single fish that we got for this order. I'm really excited because it's been a bit since we got a fish order. It's been 2 weeks, which is, I guess, a long time for us. So I'm gonna go lay everything out. And I guess we got some inverts here too. It's pretty cool. All right, so let me lay everything out and then I'll go through everything that we got in this first box. All right, let's do inverts first. We got a bunch of conchs in, which I am a huge fan of conchs in reef tanks. Not only do they look cool, but they do a great job of keeping that sand stirred up and keeping things like brown algae and other algae from collecting in the sand bed. And it's just nice to use them to aerate that sand bed. So what they do is they sift through the bottom of your tank with their little suction type mouths, and they pick along the bottom, eating whatever discarded things that are there. And they also bury themselves. See how he's moving right there? They also bury themselves in the sand, and that burying action kind of helps aerate the sand a bit. So those are definitely highly recommend conchs. I think these run about 12 bucks now. They get expensive, anywhere from like 8 to 12 bucks. You'll see them at the fish store for, but I love these guys. So we got a bunch of bags of those. Also, the other invert we have, which I recommend, we have some sand sifting starfish. These are very popular for a lot of customers of ours. They like them because, just like with the conch, they do a good job of keeping your sand bed kind of mixed up and keep things from kind of settling. While doing that, while they're going through your sand bed, it keeps your sand bed clean, but keep in mind they do eat bacteria, potentially beneficial bacteria that's in the sand bed. So, they're kind of a double-edged sword. But yeah, got some sand sifters. And then here we have a little pistol shrimp, which pistol shrimp are cool. I think the idea of them is cooler than actually having them, simply because you don't really get to see them. They like to hide a lot. I would only recommend these if you have a nano style tank, because otherwise you're really not going to see them. They really like to hide. They're really active at night more so. But like I said, I would only keep these if you have really open rock work or you have a smaller tank where you can enjoy them. It is cool to see them pair with like a shrimp goby or something. Here's another one that's a little bit bigger. They're cool. It's just you don't see them that much, and I love the popping sound that they make when they snap their little claw. Now here is a fish I think is completely underrated in the reef hobby, the bar goby. These guys are really cool. It's hard to pick up on camera, but they have great colors. They remind me of the Miami Vice colors. They have that bluish pink color to them. They're awesome. They are jumpers, so if you do get a fish like this, you want to make sure you have a lid. They also get a decent size, so they have a little bit of presence. They're also pretty hardy. They'll eat most any type of food, pellet, flake, frozen. So we got that. And then we have this beauty right here, an Allen's damsel. That's a pretty fish. We got 5 of these in there, so it's got a nice yellow underbelly and a nice electric blue to it. They're a little bit darker right now just because they've been in this package. They're a little nervous, but once in a reef setting, they look really nice. The same rules apply when it comes to damselfish. They can be territorial, semi-aggressive, hardy, the whole nine. These just got a little bit more color to them. We got 5 of those. Oh, look at this. This is a beauty. Look at that one. Wow. See that blue? See what I'm talking about? See when they're showing that bright blue? That's why they call them electric blue damsels too. That is pretty with that yellow. That is a nice looking fish. Cool. I'm glad we got 5 of them. And this is the last fish that we have in the first box. We have a engineer goby. Cool fish. I've never really wanted to keep one. They get decently big. They get pretty big, and They start off with these little small little like look like little tadpoles, but as they get bigger, they resemble eel more, and that's what people like about them, is they look kind of eel-like. Again, another fish that you don't see much once it finds its hole. You won't see it much. You'll just see it come out to eat. I'm not crazy about this fish, but there are people out there that really think this guy's cool. Okay, second box. Usually we get more, but today we just got 2 boxes. It is the end of the week, so that might have something to do with it. And shipping's been kind of weird for the new year. And we are kind of have a full house with all our tanks and stuff. So these fish, I believe, are all fish that customers requested. All right, box number 2. We have 1, 2, 3, like 6 of these cleaner shrimp. Anybody familiar with the hobby knows what these guys are. Hardy shrimp, perfect for most size tanks. Gets along with everybody. You can have multiple in your tank if your tank is big enough. So yeah, these are really popular. And we sell a lot of these. As soon as they come in, they go out. People love this shrimp. Really personable. You put your hand in the tank, it'll go right up to your hand, trying to pick it, trying to clean it. Big fan of the cleaner shrimp. And it's got that beautiful red color with that white streak on it, you can see right there. And then I would say this is definitely a beginner type of invert for sure. But ooh, check this out. Look what we got. That is a needle-nosed fish. And that thing is bad ass. Now we do have a couple of these already in our shop that are going through quarantine, almost done with quarantine. But a lot of customers came in and thought they were really cool. So we got a couple more, but definitely a different look to your aquarium. Having a fish like this in your tank will definitely give it a different look and make it a little bit more interesting. Just looks like a piece of debris floating there, but it's an actual fish. And one of my all-time favorite fish, one of the fish I fell in love with when I first got into the hobby, a flame hawk fish. I fell in love with them because they're kind of like a bulldog looking fish, and they just kind of perch there, hence the name hawkfish. They just kind of overlook everything. But I just love them because of the fact that they're that bright red, and you don't see many saltwater fish with a bright red color. I love these guys. I've always wanted one, but I've never pulled the trigger on them just because they do get a little aggressive. And then the last saltwater fish that we have in this box that just came in is a Tamini tang, a little mini Tamini. This is a great bristle-toothed tang. Does a great job of eating algae off your rock and other little like detritus. Hardy, not much for color, but they got that nice bright yellow, and they're a good utility tang, and they stay relatively small compared to the other tangs. Now, for those of you who think we just do saltwater fish, that is not the case. We do service freshwater tanks. Not as common, but we do. But not just freshwater aquariums. We also service ponds as well. So we did get a freshwater fish shipment in, and let's see what we got. So forgive me because my freshwater knowledge is a little bit rusty. It's been a long time since I've really, even though I have a freshwater tank at home, it's been a while since I've done freshwater fish. So we got some goldfish. Imagining these are going into a pond that we have, possibly, not sure. We got a bunch of leopard or green spotted puffers here. Look at that. A bunch of them in there just cruising. That water is dirty, so we want to get them out of there pretty quickly. Our poor buddies have been in there for probably a day and a half, so we'll want to get them out as soon as possible and get them in a tank. We'll separate them a bit to help with aggression, and they're probably hungry. And we'll definitely get them some medication as soon as possible, because a lot of these wild puffers are just riddled with parasites, internal as well. So we'll definitely get them dewormed and all that. And then what is this, guys? What is this? What are these things? Are these rainbow fish? What are these? Neon dwarf rainbow fish. I did not know there was such a thing. That's pretty cool. I love rainbow fish. I've always wanted to have a really large aquarium so I could have a bunch of rainbow fish in it, but I've just never been able to. I chose saltwater over that. And plecos! Everybody loves plecos, right? Look at that. Mwah! There's a kiss for you. Look at these plecos. Great addition to the cleanup crew in your freshwater tank. I think these will be going in a pond, and what's really cool about them is if you get them in that pond, they will breed and create more pet plecos. Oh, this is one of the first fish I've ever had when I got into the aquarium hobby, a gourami. All right, he's freaking out a bit here. Chill, bud. I love the gouramis. I think they're really cool. I love the colors on them. Awesome freshwater fish. Highly recommend them, although they can be finicky. I would definitely quarantine these guys because they seem to be susceptible to disease. But one of my favorite fish. This is bringing back memories when I first got into the hobby. And what are these? The freshwater fish are definitely a lot more lively than the saltwater. We got some Danios in here. Can find those anywhere. Yeah, got some Danios, and then we have, we got some mollies. Well, I was not expecting that. We got some type of sailfin molly in here. Sailfin green mollies. Sweet. Hopefully there's some females in there, not just males. And then we got some giant Danios. Bunch of those. Boy, the freshwater fish are way more active than the saltwater fish. Never kept those. We got some blood worms for my puffers. These guys just came in. Let's see if they're hungry. See how long it takes for them to find it. They're figuring it out. There they go. Thanks for the sound effects, Tommy. Tommy over here doing sound effects.
Yeah.
Here we go. The boys are hungry. All right, now let's feed the figure eights. These guys have been here with us a little bit longer. These guys already know the drill. They go right to it. They're used to it. So that is it. That's all the fish we got in today. I'm gonna go ahead and get them all acclimated. They're gonna be going into these tanks. We're gonna be quarantining them. We're gonna be medicating them, all that good stuff. And then in a month, they should be ready for their forever home. All in all, small shipment, but some pretty cool stuff in it, I think. But to be honest with you, I am kind of happy that it was a smaller order because I got a lot already going on here. So I need to kind of get caught up on all these fish. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. See you on the next one.